The boy who returned to his village and found the old well. A horror novel. Ritoban had not set foot in the village of Goona for over 12 years. The last time he was there, he was a child chasing fireflies and ignoring the fearful glances of elders who whispered strange things about old trees and forgotten places. But now, after his grandfather's sudden death, he had no choice but to return. He owed it to the man who had raised him for the first 10 years of his life before sending him away to the city. The village was just as he remembered, frozen in time. The same crooked huts lined the narrow, muddy lanes. The same banyan trees stretched like ancient gods toward the sky. But there was something different too, something he couldn't name at first. A weight in the air, a silence too thick to be natural. People no longer greeted him. They looked away when he passed, some even shutting their doors. His childhood friends were gone, either moved away or buried deep. His grandfather's house stood at the edge of the village, near the thickets where no one went. As he stepped inside, the chill greeted him like an old enemy. The house was in disrepair, the furniture dusty, and the windows sealed tight. Mirrors were covered with black cloth, an old village custom Ritoban barely remembered. On the floor near the threshold, he saw long scratch marks, as though something had been dragged. They ended at the back door, which opened into the overgrown field near the well. The well. He had nearly forgotten it. Hidden behind tall grass and vines, it was where he used to throw pebbles and imagine them reaching China. The elders always told him never to go near it. That well is hungry, they said. It remembers. At the time, it sounded like one of those ghost stories meant to scare children. But now, he wasn't so sure. That night, unable to sleep, he found his grandfather's journal in a drawer under the bed. The final page was smeared in something dark, and the last lines read, "He will return. The well calls to bloodline. It remembers." Ritoban couldn't understand it. He tried to shake off the unease, but the dreams began. In them, he was standing beside the well. The wind howled, and from within came voices, hundreds of them, whispering his name. Faces emerged from the darkness, their mouths open, eyes pale. One night, the face of his grandfather appeared in the water, smiling with hollow eyes. He awoke sweating, only to hear the same whisper outside his window. The next day, he visited Nani Buri, the oldest woman in the village. Her eyes were milky, but her mind sharp. "Don't go near the well, boy," she warned, voice trembling. "That thing isn't a well. It's a gate." "What do you mean?" She looked at him long and hard, then told him a story buried in time. 60 years ago, the villagers attempted to seal a gateway to the afterlife that had opened in the form of a well. Spirits of the unrested, those who died with hatred, sorrow, or secrets, used it to crawl back into the world. A ritual was planned to close it forever, requiring the life of a child. That child escaped. The ritual failed. The gateway remained open. "That child was your grandfather," she whispered. "The well has been waiting. It wants what was denied. And now, it wants you." Ritoban laughed it off at first, but the next night he heard something worse, a knock on his door. When he opened it, no one was there. But he heard wet footsteps leading away, toward the well. The following evening, he followed the sound of whispers. The path twisted unnaturally, and he found himself before the well. The covering stone had been pushed aside. The well yawned open before him, a mouth of shadow. He should have run. But he looked in. There was no water. Only darkness and the smell of rot. Then a hand emerged. Pale. Bloated. Human. He stumbled back, screaming, but no one heard. The village was silent. Empty. as though time had paused. He returned to the house and locked the doors. The scratching began. From beneath the floorboards. From behind the mirror. From inside the walls. The journal changed. New words appeared. It's not death. It's a second life. A place where time cannot die. Come see us, Ritoban. The next morning, he made his decision. He would face whatever was in that well. Alone. He returned to it with a rope. The village watched from windows, but no one stopped him. Maybe they wanted him gone. Maybe they believed he could end it. He climbed into the well. As he descended, the air grew cold. The walls were lined with carvings, symbols of death, grief, and souls. Then came the voices. Some begged for help. Others threatened. Some cried like babies. Some laughed like madmen. Finally, his feet touched solid ground. He stood inside a cavern, walls covered in mirrors, each reflecting not him, but memories not his own. People being drowned. Children screaming. Faces melting. His own grandfather walking away from a crying boy, a sacrifice abandoned. From the shadows came figures, spirit things, half-formed, twitching, stuck between realms. They surrounded him. Then came his grandfather, or what was left of him. Hollow-eyed. Smiling. You returned, the ghost said. Now the gate can be fed. The spirits leapt forward. But Ritoban screamed, not in fear, but in fury. Take me if you must. But let the village go. The cavern shook. The spirits wailed. The well above cracked. Light burst from above. The villagers saw a blinding flash from the field. And then silence. They rushed to the well. It was sealed again. The stone cover was back in place. The vines overgrew in minutes. Time moved again. But Ritoban never returned.